Hello folks, this is Silver Serpent. Now, I have been recently playing Resident Evil Outbreak, that one underrated spin-off. So, I have decided to list down and share some of the things that I think I should have known before I played the game. So basically imagine that you are an unfortunate civilian stuck in Raccoon City during the outbreak, and your main objective is to just escape the city and survive. Each chapter can be categorized as a scenario, and you will be given other teammates during each scenario. So with that, let's start off this list with number 1, the AIs are terrible. A lot of people dislike the escort mission in RE4 because of Ashley. After that, Resident Evil tried to do a co-op style of gameplay with Resident Evil 5 and 6, but players, including myself, believe that the AIs still need improvement, especially in RE5. But none of that could even match the terrible response of AIs in RE Outbreak. In Outbreak, you basically have 2 or more other survivors with you who can help you through a scenario. But they just happen to make questionable decisions such as not picking up first aid spray or ammunition, holding on to broken melee weapons, and many more. The fact that you only have 4 inventory slots makes it even harder to manage your supplies, unless you're playing as Yoko who has 8 slots. You can only hope that your AI partners will not be trigger happy when it comes to shooting guns, or think that Iron Pipe is a better weapon more than grenade launchers. Number 2. There is technically a time limit. The last boss fights of Resident Evil games are intensified with a time limit, usually because the facility your character is stuck at will explode soon. However, in Outbreak there is a limited time period set from the very start of the game. Basically, the idea is you need to escape a certain area before the virus spreads and fully infects your character. Therefore, if you have someone who likes to loot or gets lost even with a map like me, there's a high chance that your character will die before you finish the scenario. There's an antivirus around certain locations that could temporarily stop the virus from spreading. But again, it's just temporary, so make sure you know what you're looking for and what your objective is. Number 3. There's a scarcity of supplies. It's not new for RE games to have a scarcity of supplies. During 1996 to early 2000s, enemies don't reward you with healing items and ammunitions, unlike more recent games. RE Outbreak has a similar concept, but the thing is, you are sharing these items with other survivors, and as mentioned, they're not that smart when it comes to managing supplies. Now, it will not be a game over yet if one of your teammates dies, but personally, it's just a bit more satisfying if you start and end the game with your entire team. One thing to keep in mind is to just not fight everything and also utilize the ability of your characters. Each character in Outbreak has their own unique abilities. For example, if you're playing as Cindy, make sure to grab the herbs and keep it stored. Upgrade your weapons if you're David, or make medicine if you're George. Number 4. Check corners, places, read files. Some items are easy to miss. Puzzles in this game are quite unforgiving. There are times that the game will not allow you to input a password, even if you knew about that said password either from a playthrough that you have watched before, or just plainly researching it. You need to encounter a certain file that contains the hint before some devices will give you the option to input a password. Also, some scenarios have different passwords, so even if you already play the game, the password might change depending on who you play as. Therefore, make sure to read the files and examine the places thoroughly. Number 5. Lastly, play with friends. Outbreak was designed to be a co-op game. Frankly, it might be a game ahead of its time, as mentioned by many people. With everything that I have said in this video, I agree with others when they say it's best to play it with friends online. So now, I just need to find some friends that I could play with. And that is it for this video. If you want to share some insights as well for other people who haven't played the game but would want to play the game, post it in the comments section below. If you want to hang out during live streams on Twitch, then follow me there as well. Link is in the description. And lastly, thank you for watching. Remember to reward yourself for what you have survived for this day, this week, this month, or even this year.